Hey guys, we're gonna do a mini review of Pacific Rim real quick. We don't have time to do a whole big thing, so we're just gonna do this little mini one for you because everyone's asking about it. And here's the deal. I am really excited about Pacific Rim. It saved summer movies for me. It got me excited for the first time. For the first time all summer, I had fun in a damn movie, and that's kind of disappointing, but yeah, the thing that I really love about Pacific Rim is that it was one artistic vision. You know, you had Guillermo del Toro doing his thing. You know, the studio trusted him. They let him do whatever he wanted. It didn't feel like a movie that was created by a financial analyst from like marketing fucking information for once. You know, that's been a real problem this summer. And I really just appreciated it. It was a love letter to Japan. It was a love letter for giant mechs versus giant monsters. They weren't afraid to have fun. It wasn't dark and gritty and it was just fun, you know? And not only was it fun, it also had so much suspense, you know? I mean, a lot of movies this summer I've just been like, oh God, when is this over? This movie, I was like sucked into the world. I was in there. I was like, holy shit, there's 3 kaijus now and your fucking arm is gone and how are you gonna get this done, you know? And then it was just so refreshing. Pacific Rim was a truly refreshing film. I have nothing but good things to say about it. Yes, there's a few, you know, logical missteps here and there where it's like you could pick it apart. But the fact that it just made me feel something, the fact that I had a lot of fun, like I'll give it a pass. I'm not gonna pick it apart because it was just a good time. It was a fun ride. And even though there is a lot of action and there's a lot of entertainment going on, there's a popcorn entertainment movie, they still had like really positive messages that I really liked a lot. And I mean, even though they didn't like focus on it and there wasn't this big, you know, message, it still was like, hey, when you're faced with the fucking apocalypse, like you gotta work together. One of the messages that I really enjoyed was teamwork. You know, you had to have 2 pilots to pilot the Jaeger. You know, one person just couldn't do it alone. And that's the whole thing, is like no one could fight this alone. You had to work together. And that is something that, you know, I like. I like that message a whole lot. It really resonates with me. Even the 2 scientists, you know, like one's a mathematician, one is, you know, more of like an anatomical scientist who's into physiology. And, you know, they come together in the end, even though like they have this sibling rivalry, you know, and that's the whole problem with scientists is like, they're always like, no, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. And I love the fact that they even had the scientists in there too. It wasn't just about people piloting the Jaegers to solve the problem through, you know, punching. Like they also had the whole scientists, they're working on their whole part of it. It was really interesting. Everybody came together to solve the fucking problem. I like it. I like it. Another thing that I thought was fucking brilliant, is that, I don't know if you've heard before, but I've complained about trailers an awful lot and how they give away too much of the film sometimes, and that it's just, there's a problem with trailers right now. And in this film, all the stuff from the trailer was only in the first 5 minutes of the film, and the first 5 minutes of the film are a flashback. I mean, I thought that was really interesting because you think going into the film from watching the trailer that, oh, the kaijus are gonna come out of the thing, and then they're gonna have to build the fucking Jaegers, and then they're gonna have to figure it out. But no, it doesn't do that. It like goes past that to the end of the war, and like and all that stuff has already happened. I mean, it's been going on for like decades, this war has been going on for, you know, and I really appreciated that. I thought that was really genius to do that and to not ruin the film through the trailer, but while still having cool things from the film in the trailer. I really appreciated that sort of forethought. It almost felt like this Pacific Rim was the sequel to the Pacific Rim of the trailers. And that's just really interesting. I was really surprised by that and caught off guard and delighted. Another thing that I really love about Pacific Rim is that it is like one of the only original movies I have seen this summer. Even though the premise, you know, is taken from a lot of like Japanese stuff and everything like that, it's still its own film with its own characters and its own ideas. And it's just, what a breath of fresh air, you know? I mean, and I want people to go see this film, support this film. Like, I want to go see it again, to be honest with you. You should go see it multiple times. Like, let's give Pacific Rim all of our money so we can show Hollywood that new original ideas can take off and that they are financially viable, because that's the only thing that like studio executives understand is like numbers. So if we show them that this shit is awesome, then they'll have to take notice and be like, oh, well, the one original film that came out this summer actually did really well, and maybe they'll learn from that. And like I was saying earlier, the movie isn't perfect by far. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can nitpick on, but just in a sea of unoriginal fucking movies, you know, that just seem like a producer's checklist, I just really support this film. I really like it. And you may or may not know, but I have like this weird love of Japan. It's not weird. I just feel a kinship with them. I really like Japan a lot. I've always wanted to go there. It's one of my like dreams to go to Tokyo. And I loved in this film where you had the two pilots of the Gypsy Danger, you know, and you had the US and Japan working together to like kick ass together, and I love it. And I really appreciate that, you know, it's instead of just taking a Japanese concept and just like shitting all over it and being like, oh, we're gonna make it a better concept, like Godzilla 1998 or 97, whatever the fuck it was. Like, that movie was a travesty. That movie made me embarrassed for the US. I was like, sorry, Japan. Ooh, that wasn't me, you know? And this movie, I feel like, makes up for that a little bit, in a lot of ways. So, yeah. Pacific Rim, go see it. Take your kids to go see it. Take your girlfriend to go see it. Take your boyfriend to go see it. Whoever. It's a lot of fun if you're looking for just a little bit of excitement. If you're looking for an unself-conscious movie that isn't, like, based out of fear, you know, where it's like, oh, if we don't make $1 million with this one. It just feels like they made it because they really believed in the concept, and I just love it. So that's it. Pacific Rim, support it, see it, it's awesome. I feel like it is in a sea, like I said, of unoriginality. It's just like, oh, it's just so nice. It's so nice to have a fun, unself-conscious movie that is just having a good time. And I want to have a good time at a movie. I want to have a fucking good time at a movie because you know what? My life is dark and gritty enough. Okay? Like, I need something that is fun and exciting and, you know. Another thing. One more thing. Charlie Day. I liked seeing him. He was really cute in it. I just think he's the cutest. I like Always Sunny. And, but something that I loved about it was that, he is a scientist, and he's really into kaijus and understanding them and all this sort of stuff. And he has, like, all these, like, kaiju tattoos on his arm, you know? Yeah. And I thought that was really modern. I thought it was really interesting because that's the thing. It's like scientists are nerdos about stuff because they really love stuff. Like, they're scientists because they're, like, really interested in shit. And this guy's really interested in kaijus, and he's so interested in them that he has them tattooed all over his arms. And it's like, the reason I have my tattoos is because I'm interested in stuff, you know? And I thought that was really great. I thought it was really nice, you know? Beautiful. They need to, you know, oh, you can't be a scientist and have tattoos. Oh, you know. Oh, you can't be a serious, smart person with tattoos. So as I said earlier, we don't have time to do a full review of this movie because we are going to Comic-Con for a whole week. It's going to be crazy. So yeah, hopefully this will tide you over. In the meantime, feel free to subscribe, like this video, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I got some big plans in the works.